Feel like your Raiden isn't hitting hard enough? Well, today I'm going to show you how you can do the most amount of damage possible with your Raiden Shogun with the help of some supports. I'm going to show you the most effective team comp for a hyper carry Raiden and how you can utilize it to its fullest. So the team comp that's going to be the best for your Raiden Shogun is going to be Raiden, Kazuha, Bennett, and Kujosara. Most effectively, a C6 Kujosara. Now in case if you don't have a Kazuha, you can replace him with a Zhongli for the resistance shred, and if you don't have a C6 Kujosara, you can possibly replace her with a Mona for that increased damage. Well, I'm going to show you exactly how the hyper carry Raiden team works and what character does what for the team. But before that, I'm going to show what stats and artifact sets you should focus on for each character. So for Raiden, you want the emblem set, and you want to focus on as much crit rate and crit damage you can get your hands on for a hyper carry Raiden build with some energy recharge. You want to maintain an ER of at least 230 plus with whatever crit stats you can get if you want to effectively use this team in Abyss. But if you don't care about the Abyss and just want to get damage per screenshot, then just completely disregard the ER. For her Goblet, both electro damage and attack percentage are good depending on the rest of your stats. If you have less than about 1.5k attack, then I'd recommend going for an attack percent Goblet, and if you have anything more than that, then I'd recommend an electro damage Goblet. Just go with the one you have the best substats with. Keep in mind that I do have a C3 Raiden Shogun, but even if you have a C0 or C1 Raiden, this team will dish out a decent amount of damage. Now for Kazuha, you want as much elemental mastery as possible, preferably over 800 elemental mastery. EM and energy recharge is all that should matter on Kazuha. Use an Iron Sting on him, and if you happen to have a Freedom Sword, then even better. Make sure you're using a Viridescent set on Kazuha, by the way. Keep in mind that I'm using all 4-star weapons on my supports except for Bennett. For Bennett, get as much energy recharge as possible and make sure to give him a 5-star weapon if you have one. And if you don't, just go with the sword that have the most base attack. For his artifact set, I'm running a Noblesse set on him. For Kujosara, you can use an emblem set if you want, but I'm using a Tenacity of Melolith set on her for that extra attack you get with her elemental skill. As long as you have over 200% energy recharge, you should be fine. I'm using a Sacrificial Bow on her. Keep in mind that in this team, Raiden will be the one doing the most amount of damage and not your supports. Now let's move on to the rotation and how you should be using this team. So this is how it's gonna work. You do Raiden skill to apply Electro and to boost everyone's burst damage. Switch to Kazuha, swirl the Electro for the resistance shred. It also boosts your Raiden's Electro damage. Then do Kazuha burst for the resolve. Switch to Bennett, do Bennett burst for the attack boost and for the resolve. Switch to Kujosara, do her burst and then immediately do her skill for the attack boost and the crit damage boost. And for the Tenacity of Melolith 4-piece set bonus, switch to Raiden, go inside the Kujosara bubble as it's about to pop, and then just do your burst for a massive amount of damage. Doesn't matter if your Raiden is C0 or C2, it's still gonna squeeze out every bit of potential damage your Raiden has with this rotation. Hopefully that explained how the hyper carry team works for Raiden. And lastly, before I do an Abyss showcase, I want to ask you guys to please subscribe to my channel if you found this video useful in any shape or form, and drop a like as it massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Now grab some popcorn and enjoy the Abyss showcase. See ya!